I'm Becca Casey, the current board chair for Grow Smart Maine. We are a statewide nonprofit focusing on smart growth solutions. It's like a broad umbrella on all of the things that make our communities better, make our people healthier, lead to more sustainable solutions, transportation and land use planning, and all of the pieces that come together to make strong communities. Public health has always been sort of tied with land use planning. And so I wanted to present to you some of the connections that we have between smart growth and those smart growth concerns and the social determinants of health. This graphic really is meant to just reinforce what a complex network of concerns it is between all of those social determinants and the parts and pieces of that, and how we create and shape the social environments and physical environments around ourselves. Some of the specific things that Grow Smart Maine focuses on that are really integral with supporting greater public health are things like housing choices. We understand that having a stable place to live is a baseline need that is going to make a difference for people. We've been very instrumental in working to create better pathways and better policies to support additional housing and a greater variety of housing so that it's more equitable and there are choices across the state. Transportation choices. There's a real need for people to get access to their care, to their education, to their opportunities for work, and to services and basic needs. And so again, looking at how we do that in multiple ways, beyond just making sure that we have cars and public transportation, how do we also find ways to support transportation choices that are going to give us healthy, active lifestyles and allow for more community, such as the way that in a walkable community you bump into neighbors and friends, and so there's more social interaction built in with that. Social interaction, is another big piece of the connections and the social fiber that we need in our communities to help people feel supported. And the walkability in those communities is a piece of that, but also we have been very active and want to point out the importance of the broadband networks. We've been a part of the Broadband Coalition since its inception and supporting that at the state level and the funding for that. People need to gain access to school or to their jobs or to medical care with more and more telehealth being available now, as well as to other services and support and social networks. In addition to the connections to needs and services and other people, we also have something called biophilia, which is the innate human need to connect with nature. In addition to the way that we shape our built environment and with the land use regulations around us, we also need to be mindful of the balance of that and the preservation of open space. And so for recreation, for farmland, for nature and sustainability and supporting the ecological life around us. So all of those play a part. One of the tenets of smart growth is to think in a mixed use way. What that means, it's sort of a land use term that means clustering uses such as your services, your retail, your restaurants, and housing, and not segregating them as we began to do in the 20th century. People are able to lower most of those barriers to transportation, mobility, issues like that are reduced when people are in greater proximity to their needs and their places they're able to live. There also are opportunities there for biking, walking, other human-powered transportation. All of those things are really wonderful for our individuals and that will build on public health. But also when we think about mixed use, whether that's a new development or in a more dense or urban area, or it's a village center that's established somewhere, if we focus on reinvesting in that mixed use, we are also making a more efficient community pattern when we talk about the use of the land, as well as the infrastructure that we're putting in that community. whether it's roads, sewer, water, power, etc. These can all be more efficiently sized, utilized, and maintained when we are gathering all of our needs into more well thought out or closer proximity to each other. And that is going to make our communities also more affordable, and which is a key to making things equitable.